Hey, guys, welcome back. This is, of course, the Hell in a Cell predictions video. And, yeah, you'll notice I'm not joined by my girlfriend, Angel. She's got some stuff going on this weekend, so she is not on set. But she did go ahead and pass along her predictions. Like it fucking matters. So anyways, here we are, Hell in a Cell. Not gonna lie. The fact that I'm not really big on the current product really isn't fair to say, or this next statement ain't fair to say because I'm not a fan of the current product. I'm just not excited about this. But then again, I don't really care about WWE, so why would I be excited? But the only thing I'm looking forward to is just kicking someone's ass out there in this predictions thing. So you guys know the rules. I will drop my predictions. I'll also drop Angel's as well. And then I challenge you guys to drop your predictions down below. And what I'll do is tomorrow, Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it'll vary wherever you're at, I will randomly draw out one of the predictions down below to put up against me and Angel for this. That's right. And I will post that probably on Facebook. So you need to follow the WCPW review guy on Facebook, which I'll leave that link down below, and I will post that tomorrow, 5 o'clock. And yeah, go toe-to-toe. Step inside the cell. I dare you. I dare you. Get inside the cell. Let's see what happens. Alright, so let's just go ahead and run through this. I don't do pre-show. There's no pre-show. Now, in case of a... well, I guess it ain't gonna matter because, you know, she's not here. I already got her responses down, and I can already tell we ain't gonna agree on everything. So I guess I'll have to go through that whole thing. Then, of course, you know, at the end of the whole thing, if we happen to tie, well, champion's advantage. I keep the belt, and you go back to nothing. You go back to the crowd with the other bottom feeders, and I mean, that's what's going to happen anyway, so it ain't going to matter. So let's get into it. No pre-show. And then, of course, I guess I should mention that if there's anything that changes on the card, like if there's a substitution, doesn't matter. The substitution, how that works is if the wrestler that you voted for is still in the match and wins, you get the point. But if your guy's taken out of the match at all and someone else comes in his spot, then the whole match is just wiped out for you. So if you vote for wrestler A and then wrestler C comes in for him and C wins, well, C won. A didn't. You're out. And of course, if matches get switched around on the card, this has happened in the past. If a match gets bumped to the pre-show, not my problem. Apparently it wasn't good enough to be on the pay-per-view. It's not good enough to be on the show. So if it gets bumped, it's just taken off the table altogether. So so let's get into it, shall we? We got Randy Orton versus Rusev. I'm not going to lie, a lot of these matches, I mean, let's face it, I'm the champion, so I'm always confident. But if I can speak, if I can shoot for a second, there's a lot of these I'm just kind of like, Here's the thing is, I realize logic doesn't have a place here in WWE at all. Doesn't matter. I'll bring you guys back a few months. I think it was after WrestleMania. If I'm wrong, just correct me. I can care less. Chris Jericho was on his way out. Like it's already been reported he was going to go out and start touring. He was done for wrestling for a little bit, and so he had a match. I think it was against Kevin Owens for the the Intercontinental title or U.S. title. It's one of the titles. He had one of the titles, and everybody was like, including myself, was like, well, Jericho's obviously going to lose this match because he's on his way out. There's no way they're going to let him win and take the title. And what they do, he won and took the title. And you know what they did? The very next night, they just took it off of him. That's how unimportant these matches are. Any match on here, especially, like, skipping ahead to Natalya and Charlotte, it's just like, yeah, Natalya, you know, in my opinion, Charlotte should take it and go with it, but it's like, it doesn't matter. Natalya could win and then lose it on SmackDown to Charlotte anyways. That's how unimportant these matches really are in the grand scheme of things. Like, these matches don't mean shit at all. Pay-per-views don't mean shit anymore. Because guess what? They'll just book it however they want and then do the right thing the next night. It's what they do. It's what they do. Now, a lot of stuff seems like it's fairly set in stone. In my mind, there's certain things I'm pretty sure about. But I'm not going to lie, there's a good bulk of these. I would say, I'm going to say over half of these that I'm honestly just like, I can see it going either way. Orton versus Rusev is that. Because one part of me is just like, man, they just fucking hate Rusev. Like, seriously. They're just like, fuck Rusev. Fuck him. Fuck him up his stupid ass. and they love Orton. Dude, they slobber over his knob. It's ridiculous, and they're all be like, Orton. But then their part of me is like, well, obviously Rusev has to win, right? Like, how is Orton still relevant like 20 years? Like, seriously. I know it hasn't been a full 20 years, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, he's been around forever. He's been around since early 2000s, for fuck's sake. It's time for him to stop and go away, but he's not. And he's just stomping new guys. New guys show up, he's just like, no big deal. So, I don't know. I'm very torn. To me, the right thing to do is let Rusev win. If I was booking it, Rusev would win. I personally want Rusev to win. My vote is going Randy Orton. It's going Randy Orton because they're just like, doesn't matter. Fuck. Jesse James on SmackDown said BG James, whatever the fuck his name is, Brian Armstrong, doesn't matter. He's just like, wins and losses don't matter. Doesn't matter. It's all show. So, I don't know. Using that logic on a SmackDown show, I'm just going to say Orton. Like, why wouldn't it be Orton? Any arguments as good as the next, I guess. So, I'm going Orton. And Angel went for Orton, too. But once again, she just kind of picks names that she knows. I've noticed that if a name's too weird, like when I said Nakamura to her, she's just like, the other guy. Like, she's like that. So, she went Orton. So, that's 2 for Orton right there. All right. Up next, it's Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. This is the only match I'm just 100% sure on. It's Bobby Roode. Like, come on, really? Ziggles is gonna win on his way. Bobby Roode, like literally, I heard reports were having it. Dolph Ziggler's leaving soon. Yeah, let's put him over Bobby Roode, who just started. Which I'm not gonna lie, if WWE did it, everybody be pissed off. But you couldn't say you were surprised. But I'm saying Bobby Roode seems pretty safe right there. Angel went Dolph Ziggler. Once again, she don't know shit about any of this. She just goes on names. So apparently she likes Ziggles. U.S. title match, AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin. I'm saying Styles. I just don't. Even though, I mean, the flip side of this is, everybody was pissed at Enzo backstage, and then he won the Cruiserweight title. I think everybody's super pissed at Corbin right now. I think he's going to continue this losing streak, so I'm going to say Styles. She said the same thing. Although I did watch the Wrestle Ramble prediction thing. And they made the point that, like, maybe what's-his-face will interfere. Who's the third guy? Is it Aiden English? Is he no, not Aiden English. I don't know. It's a third... Oh, Ty Dillinger. And he may end up injecting himself into this somehow, and it may cost AJ Styles the title, accidentally, and then Corbin can get the title and then drop it back to them at Survivor Series and Triple Threat. I don't know. That's very possible, too, but I'm just sticking with AJ. And she went AJ too. Up next, women's title match, Natalya versus Charlotte. All reports are saying they want Charlotte to win, or to face Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. Because I even know that deal's not even inked yet. That's kind of the plan they're wanting to go with. But there's a lot of time between now and then. And once again, you can put the title on Charlotte at any point. They don't care. There's no build-up anymore. However, I just feel like Charlotte hasn't done shit lately. Like, she's literally just been kind of floating around aimlessly. I think she kind of needs this win more than anything else. And it just seems like Natalya's starting to wind down anyway. So, now once again, I could be wrong. But here's what I think's going on. I think Charlotte will win, and then Carmella will cash in, take the title from Charlotte, and that will set up a feud between Charlotte and Carmella. And then after Charlotte beats Carmella, hopefully Ronda Rousey signs the contract, and then boom, there's your WrestleMania match. So I'm going Charlotte Flair. She went Natalya, so that was who she went for. Tag title match, Hell in a Cell. New Day versus the Usos. This is another one, much like Orton and Rusev, or Natalya and Charlotte. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't as cleanly decided on that Charlotte-Natalya, but I just went with my gut. This is the same way. I don't know. I can see it going either way. But I do feel like this is going to be the end. And I don't know. On one end, you have way too many face tag teams. That's another point that they made. Or someone else made. I can't remember. But anyway, there's way too many tag teams that are faces right now. There's not enough heel tag teams. So it seems like if Usos win, they got their pick from the litter to feud with. Whereas the New Day, not so much. But for some reason, my gut's telling me New Day. I'm going to go New Day. I just feel like, I don't know. I can see them hot potato on the belt. Guess so, but I don't know. They made them. They're like the longest running champions ever. They had good runs on Raw. why not carry that over to SmackDown? So I'm going to say New Day, but once again, if Usos win, I would not be surprised. She agreed. She went New Day. The world title, or sorry, WWE title, Jinder Mahal going up against Shinsuke Nakamura. Once again, I'm wanting Nakamura to win. Nakamura should win, for fuck's sake. But I heard earlier this week that they're doing an Indian tour, and it's a Raw tour, which means, like, you know, it's all Raw, but then he's going to be over there as well. And I'm thinking, okay, if it would have been a SmackDown tour, I would have been like, yeah, Nakamura wins. And then he would drop the title to Jinder at the tour. But the fact that it's Raw, and they're not going to be bringing over extra SmackDown guys just for him to fight, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Jinder's going to keep the title and then go over there as world champion. So I'm saying Jinder Mahal. Although, who knows, maybe they're going to drop the title to Nakamura and have Nakamura just drop it right back to Jinder right before the tour, because once again, WWE is a bunch of fucknuts, so go either way. But I'm going to go Jinder Mahal on this one. She actually did go Nakamura. I'm surprised about that. She normally, like, name's weird. But, yeah, she did go Nakamura, so go figure. And then the main event, because, you know, world titles don't matter. Hell in a Cell. Falls Count Anywhere Hell in a Cell. Does no one remember Triple H pinned Jericho on top of the cell before? Everybody's like, Falls Count Anywhere, they can pin on top of them like they did before. It was not a false count. They didn't specify this as a false count. No, the match took place on top of the fucking cell, and Triple H won. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, I guess because they're wanting to do a table spot, someone's going to go off the cage through a table, and they're going to pin them outside. So that's probably going to be the reason behind the let's just keep telling everybody it's a Falls Count Anywhere match stipulation here. It's Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens. I'm going to go KO on this one. I just why have McMahon win? Like, seriously, he's actually booked stronger today than he was back when he was in his prime, so to speak. Like, seriously, back then, he wasn't like he was a badass. He would just kind of get the upper hand real quick and was able to, you know, use weapons and, you know, because all his matches, his big matches were all like hardcore matches or street fights or whatever. And it made him, you know, it looked okay that way. But, like, here, it's like, he just gets in a brawl with people and starts, like, fucking throwing these little crappy jabs at people, and you're just like, really? They're actually they're making him look like he's a legitimate competitor now, and it's ridiculous. So I'm going Kevin Owens on this one, but she went Shane McMahon. So there you have it, guys. There's the matches. Make sure you have the complete. I'm not gonna lie. Anybody who leaves matches out, I'm just gonna discard that one. So put your complete predictions down below, and yeah, I will draw one of them tomorrow at 5. So check my Facebook page for that, and then you'll be entered, and then I'll just stomp your ass in predictions. So that's it. That's all we got. Thanks for watching. Tune in Monday as well. I'll have the results, prediction results video, and just be me gloating for like 3 minutes with the belt. So it's going to be awesome. All right, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Next time.